So many of these cowrie shells around here. Such a beautiful shell. What's going on, doggies? Welcome back to another video. Alright, so today I'm in a place which I've been wanting to come to for a very long time. It's actually quite a mission to get into this place. You start up the top of this cliff, you've got to climb down here. For some reason you can't get past that gap around that rock, and then you come down along this beach. So what I want to do today is just going to start a big fire on the beach over there, go for a dive, go for a fish, get some squid, cook fish on the fire, just chill on this beach. The swell's way too big to do any of that today. So I'm going to change spots. I'm going to head up north, try to find a bit more of a cliffy area where I can fish with this swell, but we'll come back here one day for sure because it's such a magic spot. I was going to start up my little fire over there, swim in here, fish off here. Around the corner of that headland is a beautiful little bay, but I just can't get anywhere with this swell, so. But that's all right, we'll push north and hopefully we can go for a fish or a dive, or who knows, it's just adventure. So the swell probably doesn't look too big in the camera, but yeah, it's unfishable for sure. So yeah, we're gonna push out and try to find a new destination. Let's just explore. All this driftwood mixed up with all the rubbish. It's really sad, isn't it? Look at all that rubbish. But there's a lot of driftwood there to start a fire. Definitely coming back here one day. Look at this place, it's an absolute paradise. And there's actually quite a couple of hot chicks on this beach as well. You wouldn't believe it, would you? They're everywhere. Whoa, the things you find, eh? Oh, here's a little bit of bush tucker. Heaps of them. Alright, so these little snails are called periwinkles. Well, they're very similar to a periwinkle in Australia. They're just these little snails. They actually taste quite nice. So you cook them on a fire for around 2 to 3 minutes. If you boil them in salt water and you get them off the rocks like this, they are so tasty because there's no sand in them. And they're actually not a bad little snack. So, and there are plenty of them here. They're actually everywhere. Put these little suckers back. Let them keep playing in their rocks. It's not a bad snack though. These little rock pools are actually holding quite a lot of tasty little treats. So just around the corner, like up around there, that's where the periwinkles were. Now I've come over here, I'm actually looking for turban shells. And there's heaps of oysters. They're not massive, but there are actually quite a lot of oysters here. One of my favorite things to do back home in the afternoon is just walk along the coast with a beer and just crack fresh oysters off the rocks. It's the best way to spend an afternoon, I reckon. So I've always been pretty skeptical about eating Indonesian oysters, but there's quite a lot in this pool, so we'll tuck in, I reckon. See how they taste. The trick is when getting an oyster, you've got to be really quick, because once that muscle contracts, you'll never get your knife in to pop the shell off, so you've got to be fast. So this one's already open. I can get my knife in there. Yes, look at that. So that's what you eat. Beautiful. So it kind of looks like what comes out of your nose when you've got a cold, but oh my God, you either love it or you hate it. And I absolutely love fresh oysters. That is delicious. Yeah, come on. Yes. So not only are oysters delicious, I know that they've got a lot of fatty omegas in them, and they're particularly high with vitamin B, zinc, and copper. So that little thing there, if you're ever stuck in the bush, would be a very good energy source. Boy, they're actually really tasty. Good. So good. All right, we've made it to our next destination. So a little bit of researching on Google Maps, trying to figure out what that swell was doing. I have found my spot, I reckon. This is where we're gonna have a flick. I've just been flicking out this little stick bait, getting smashed by a long tom. So fish are active, looks good, really calm. Nice drop off out the back there. So hey, start banging out a few lures. Hopefully we can get a fish to eat for lunch because I'm pretty hungry. I brought no food and no water, so fish would be good. So I've got a coconut actually, but yep, let's start fishing. All right, if the fish won't come to me, I'll go to them. This is the best, eh? Exploring like this. Places you've never been before. Oh, it's so nice. Look at this. This is what I live for. The adventure. Oh my God, look at this. Wow. I don't even care if I don't get any fish. Look how beautiful this water is. That is psycho good. This place is off its head. So I've actually found this beautiful little like rocky point which sticks out a lot further than the rest of the coast. And out there it goes to really blue water. So I'm out there with a little maybe jig. I'm not sure yet, but phew, this is killer. Oh, this is so good. Changed lure, so I've got this tiny little micro jig on. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna concentrate on this deep pocket of water for an hour or two. Like, it looks good. Got to put in the time to get the fish sometimes, so I'm gonna spend a lot of time, put in the effort, get the reward hopefully. What is this thing? This is like the size of a goldfish. There we go. First fish of the day. That is a lovely little wrasse. Beautiful. So you could eat him, but I'm not gonna. Look at the colours in that. Amazing. Beautiful fish. Well, that's the first fish of the day. It's about my 10th cast, so I'm hoping we get a couple more a bit bigger. See you, mate. And off he goes. All right, that's one fish down. There is not a lot happening right now. Ah! It is very, very quiet. I shouldn't have let that little wrasse go because right now I would go start a fire and have him for lunch. Damn it. Ah, we tried our hardest. No good out there. We got that one little wrasse and then that was pretty much it. I got the lure stuck twice and I thought, stuff it. It's hot, I'm gonna go change spots. First I'll go for a swim. Maybe we'll find some shellfish to eat or something. I don't know, some kind of yummy tucker in the ocean. But yep, I'm gonna go for a swim because it is bloody hot. Oh, it's so good in here. Alright, I got a stick with me because just as I entered the water I seen an urchin. It wasn't a big one, but it was a small urchin, so maybe, just maybe, there might be an urchin to eat around here. That's another tasty treat from the ocean. Today's a little smorgasbord of ocean treats, eh? Anyway, I'm gonna get in the water. I can't go out far because that current out there is pumping, and if I get stuck in that, I've got no flippers or nothing, so. Whew. All right, let's go. Alrighty, we've got a sea urchin. So I've never seen a sea urchin this colour, but I'm guessing you can eat it. I'll crack it open and have a look. But if you get one of these spines stuck in your finger or foot, oh, it hurts. They get pretty infected, and you just don't want that to happen, eh? It's not a good time. When handling these sea urchins, usually, luckily I had scissors, you just go around and you'll cut off the spikes. Ah, see that in my finger? You got to be so careful. I don't know if you can see that, but that sea urchin just got me with one of its little spines. See that little spine there? And they're actually really hard to get out. Oh, I got him, and it leaves this purple. Ah, see, that's really itchy, and it snapped off in my finger. So not sure if you can see it good on the camera, but that little black dot there is now stuck in my finger. So you got to be really careful when opening these. That's why you try to cut off as many of these spikes as possible, because you don't want to get these in your finger, trust me. It's even worse when they're in your feet. If you can cut it in half without getting the spikes in your finger, you're doing a good job. This stuff here is usually what you would eat, but it's not. It's supposed to be a nice orange colour, and that is not nice orange colour. I wonder if you can eat this one. So usually with a sea urchin, this is what you would eat. Like the eggs that are on the outside of the sea urchin. That's actually really beautiful, but all the sea urchins I've ever eaten have been like a nice bright orange colour, and this one is, I don't know, like a dull cream. It feels the same as the good ones that I eat, but I don't know if I should eat this. If I get sick here, I'm kind of stuffed, so it's probably a good idea I don't eat it. I think I'm not going to eat this one. I really want to try it, but if I get sick, I'm going to be stuffed. If anybody out there has ever tried a sea urchin like this, please leave a comment below and just tell me if it's edible and if you can eat it, because if you can eat it, I'll definitely be coming back here, but I'm not sure. Like, the ones I've eaten are orange, and this one is a very funky colour. It doesn't smell too bad. I might try a little bit and see what happens. I don't know, let's just try. Wow, that is really good. Next minute my throat swells up and I start convulsing on the ground, but that's actually quite nice. I probably shouldn't keep eating it. I'll try. A little bit more. That's really good. I'm not gonna eat any more just in case it is not good for me, but it's quite nice. Next spot. I'm gonna spend 2.5 hours on the bike to get back to this point, so I'm pretty buggered. And I'll tell you what, that sea urchin that I ate, I reckon I could have eaten the whole thing. I had no like numb lips or fuzzy tasting mouth, so maybe it was a good sea urchin to eat. I think it was. But next time I get one of them, I'm definitely gonna keep him. So this afternoon, I'm literally just spending the afternoon on this sick little beach. Just gonna flick a couple of lures around. Look at this place, it is absolutely beautiful. I'm just gonna sit in the corner here, bang out a few little lures. Don't even care if I don't get a fish. Not fast. Because look at this, mate, this is living. Ooh, I love this kind of thing. All right, I'm gonna get a couple of little lures out and see if we can get a pan-sized trevally for dinner. Whatever, let's go. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for the love and messages that I've been getting lately over YouTube. The support means the world to me, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Much love. You.